outside the ring. There's another young prospect in your weight class named Karlos. He wants to be on that fast track. And you're the other lightweight prospect I think of the top two. What do you think of him trying to get in there and make noise in the game and make that fast track that he wants? Do you like the same thing?
I'm not paying attention to Chopin Lopez. I'm paying attention to what I gotta do. If he wants to go ahead and go fast, that's on him. But as far as me and my team, we're doing things the right way, and we're gonna be here for a while. We're not gonna be here. We're thinking long term, not short term. And if he's trying to go fast, I don't know. That's up to him. But we're focused on us.
How important was that sparring that you did with him in the past?
It was a good sparring, but I mean I've grown a lot since then, and honestly, not even to make excuses, but when he came down, I was like in the car for 2 hours. We had drove from California all the way to Colorado Springs with my dad, almost 20 hours, bro. I got there and we sparred the next day. He was already there for a week. Like everybody knows the Colorado Springs altitude, and he still didn't do nothing. I was taking control of him. So, if we'll meet up in the future, I'm gonna take care of him too.
He's doing a great job at branding himself in terms of being real popular on social media, making videos to go viral, and obviously boxing fans probably see y'all meeting and colliding. What do you think you need to add to get more name cachet?
Well, I'm already. I think that the reason why he had more of his growing faster is because he was fighting more constantly. I unfortunately had broken my hand, so that's the reason why I feel like I was a little bit behind. But other than that, I'm not worried about no social media or anything. I'm here to do my job, and I mean social media is cool and everything, but at the end of the day, you gotta put in the work in the gym. You know what I'm saying? Because there's nobody out there that can fight you but you for yourself. So.
How do you feel about him going up the fight? And think you got a chance to see that. What do you make of that situation?
Can you repeat that real quick?
Teofimo Lopez, Rolando Romero, they went up to Ryan Garcia at one of the fights. Did you get a chance to see that, and what do you make of that?
I mean, that's them, but I'm gonna be honest right now. They're not gonna walk up to us and do that to us. They're not gonna disrespect us like that. Where my dad and my uncle from, in Distrito Federal, over there, there's no thing such called as bullying. You know what I'm saying? Over there, you're a badass, or they make you badass. So that's the mentality that they gave us. And believe me, they're not gonna walk up to us and disrespect us like the way they disrespected Ryan. They're not gonna scare me and punk us.
It seems a little, not to push it, but it seems a little personal between you and Teofimo. It sounds like it might be a little personal.
Nah, not personal with me, but I mean, they have been doing a lot of talking. They've been running their mouth quite a bit, and they got it coming.
The fact is, right now, today, Karlos would beat Teofimo or Ryan Garcia. There's no question about it. But both. No, I have no question about it. But these are fights which eventually can be big fights. So it would be stupid, and it wouldn't be the right thing for these young men to put those guys in the ring now. So I can see that in the next maybe 2 years or so, these will be big fights, and the fans will demand. But I have to tell you that I have no question if they would fight today, he'll take care of them.
It has been a pattern for prospects coming up to basically trash talk, like you said, on social media. Are you more focused, like you said, on yourself and letting your fighting do the talking for you instead of going on social media trying to go viral? Yeah. Like I said, I'm not too worried about social media. I mean, if I am gonna do any trash talking, it's gonna be to that person's face. It's not gonna be behind no keyboard or anything. But that's just us. I try to remain as humble as possible, but then again, you got all these guys trying to disrespect you and talk down on you, so it is a little hard to stay quiet, and but like I said, they're not gonna walk up to me and try to punk us like they did to Ryan. I mean, I'm not gonna be backing up. Neither is my dad nor my uncle. I mean, I have a strong team. I got good people around me that want to see me do better, and the sky's the limit for us, for me and my brother.
Those prospects that everyone's been mentioning about have been really forward about pushing themselves and making their name known. You, on the other hand, you've been a little bit more reserved, a little bit more patient. Why is that? And why haven't you been more fast-forward thinking? Why is it that you've been so patient?
I think it's because, like I said, I had broken my hand, so I had to pretty much be out of it for a bit. But 2019, we're gonna continue to finish 2018 strong, me and my brother. In 2019, we're gonna pick it up and we're gonna continue to go harder. And we're now working with Al Heyman, so now we got more fight dates, and you know what I'm saying. So yeah, you guys will see me more active 2019.
Plus, why do you mean slow? He's fighting a veteran with 50 fights in this fight. 50 fights. He's got 50 fights, and yeah. So After this fight, I don't think he's going in the slow lane. I don't think so. Yeah, he's fighting a very experienced fighter with 50 fights.
Now your team behind you says Teofimo Lopez and Ryan Garcia is easy work for you. How do you respond to team?
My team knows me good, and if my team says that they're easy work, then they're easy work. They know me better than I know myself, and like I said, I've been in there in the ring sparring both of them. I know what they're like, you know what I'm saying, and they know what I'm like, so they know what's up.
And don't get confused. Don't get confused. If you watch the Olympic Games, the guy got slapped around. You know, I mean, he lost.
Who's that guy?
What's his name?
I just got you once you say his name. That's okay. I don't want to say it. I want you to say it.
Whatever his name is. So that guy got slapped bad. I mean, he didn't last like a close fight or it was even competitive. He lost bad. He got slapped. I mean, they beat him. You know, it's not even a close fight. It wasn't even a close fight. Karlos, we all watched that fight with the Cuban. He got robbed. We watched the fight, right? So come on. Why are you gonna come to me and tell me, oh, this guy? Why is this guy? Not fast lane. You know, it's just hype. Everything is just media thing, you know. But other than that,
I think today you have unfortunately trash talker, you know, and they're louder, they're more out there, and people take notice of that. But in the end, the trash talking is not going to be doing the fighting for you in the ring, and eventually the trash talkers will get exposed. You know, and that's just the way it is. There are very few.
Keep running your mouth.
There are very few trash talkers who can back it up in the ring as well.
That press conference would be amazing.
It's not necessary. It's refreshing to have a top-notch talent like Karlos, who doesn't need to resort to trash talking. But I can tell you, and I'm sure we're going to see eventually that side of him as well. If he needs to, he can do that as well.
I will, trust me. Honestly, I like to stay a little bit more calm because my grandpa and my grandma raised me and my brother not to be like that, not to be loud, not to be arrogant. They've always taught us to be humble, and my family's close to God, so yeah, I don't really like to be like that, but I will eventually.
Speaking of getting robbed, lately we have seen kind of scorecards that are a little bit questionable. That's why you guys, your style, it looks more towards getting a knockout? I know you both, in the last fight, in the Santa Cruz Mattis undercard, you guys both scored knockouts. Is that kind of a thing you guys are going for this fight?
No,
not to leave it in the judges?
Oh yeah, the plan is definitely not to leave it in the judges, and if the knockout comes, the knockout's coming, but like, I'm just trying to learn to be a little bit more patient because I'm working my way up in rounds. You know, I'm going from 6 and then I'm going to 8, so I can't, and like my uncle and my dad told me, you can't knock everybody out in the first, second round, so you got to learn to be patient with these guys. My uncle told me that there's going to be fights where you can't knock this person out. You know, sometimes, you know, these guys are too experienced or very strong chin or whatever, so it's just about being smart and you know, being calm and patient in the ring. I think me and my brother's style, we're just, our style comes from where we come from because we have so much hunger and my people have been hurting for so long and we never had nothing, so this is the time to make things change for us and my family, so that's the reason why I feel like me and my brother fight like that, but I don't think we go in there looking for the knockout. It's just the way we fight or the way we are.
A lot of prospects do seem to base their, you know, kind of their career bringing up on knockouts though. Like we saw Ryan get extremely criticized for going 12 rounds with Jason Velez, even though Jason Velez went, 10 rounds with Jojo Diaz as well. So how would you guys take that, the criticism, if you don't, like you said, knock out the guy in the first 2 rounds, like most prospects now tend to try to do?
I mean, well, you gotta understand that people are gonna talk regardless. If I knock this guy out, they're gonna say, oh, he was nothing. If I didn't knock this guy out, they're gonna be like, oh, he wasn't good enough. So I don't pay attention to what they say or what they talk about. I pay attention to what we gotta do in the ring. I don't let none of that stuff try to distract me because it is distracting. You got a lot of people criticizing you left and right for, you know, for a lot of reasons. And if you let that get in your head, then it can mess with you as a fighter, you know. So I don't pay attention to that, but yeah.
When you sit at home at night, what's the pay-per-view fight? Like we have Floyd, Pacquiao, we got Conor and Shakur. Who do you think like will meet you at the pinnacle for your money fight, pay-per-view fight, crossover fight? Who's that guy?
Time will decide. Time will decide that. Time will decide that. We don't know. We can tell you this, that person. We don't know. That time is gonna come, and you're gonna just be fighting the best, right? Just fighting the best. That's how money comes.
Now you talked about adding more dates. Now you're with Heyman. Can you talk about the relationship you have with Richard Schaefer, leading you to Al Heyman, and how's that coming along?
Can you repeat that?
You said previously that you have more dates now because you're with Al Heyman. Can you talk about the relationship you have with Al Heyman via Richard Schaefer?
Yeah, I have a great relationship with Al Heyman and Richard Schaefer. We actually just started working with Al, but yeah, you guys are going to see me much more active 2019 because, like I said, we just started working with him. And but we have a great relationship. We all do, and we're a team, like I said, and you know, we're just headed to the top.
I mean, you saw a couple of fights ago. You saw Karlos on Big Fox, Channel 11. I mean, tremendous exposure, millions of people watching. You've seen him in FS1. Now he had his last fight was at Staples Center to get the experience here with the LA, the local fight fans, and the biggest venue in the Southland, #1 venue in the United States, busiest venue in the United States, and following that up now again at Staples Center. So he gets comfortable fighting in front of big crowds and big venues. So it's all about building, you know, every fight we do, every location we do, every exposure we do, there's a purpose behind it. There's a purpose behind it, and this is not a sprint. You know, this is like we're building him up to become the face of the sport. Not like who is going to be the first one of the young guys fighting for a world title and things like that. No, we have a totally different game plan, a long-term game plan, and both of the brothers are very young, and we want to do things the right way. And that is what we discussed from the very beginning on, when I sat down with Carlos's father, Zenon, and Uncle David, and the grandfather, the whole family. We made it very clear there's no rush. We're going to do things at our pace. We have a long-term goal, and the long-term goal is to establish Karlos as the new face of the sport of boxing and make him the biggest pay-per-view star we have seen here in the country. And that's not going to happen overnight, but this goes by, you know, building piece by piece, and that's why I'm very happy that he aligned himself with Al Heyman as well, and he has what I think the best team in boxing behind him.
Let's do that workout.
All right, let's do it.